Hi, this is Ryan Gibbons of the Gibbons team at eXp Realty, and today I wanted to discuss KVCore. And KVCore is an all-in-one system that real estate agents can use as a front-end website and a back-end CRM and lead generator. So it is a fantastic tool that you can use to basically run most of your business, generate leads, keep up with your sphere of influence, and have a front-facing website. So we're going to dive in. We're just going to go basically through the main points of the system. We're not going to get too deep into all of it, but if you do have any questions about the system and you want to learn how to do specific things that I talk about, just leave me a comment and I'll give you any answers that I can. So we're going to get into this. We're going to take a look at my screen and we're going to show you exactly the things that you get when you have a KVCore system. So let's take a look. Okay, so here we are in the KVCore Dashboard, and when you log into kvcore.com, this is where it brings you. And it's a nice place to start when you first start using the system because you're able to come right in here and very easily see what is happening. And any people that you have in your system that are looking at properties, so you can see very easily, that say this particular person very recently has been looking at properties. So it's a nice place to start, and you can see all of the activity that is going on with your leads. And you can see that there's a new contact. I just put this one in here as a test. But I wanted to start out here with the basic website. And this isn't actually the basic website. I have done some edits to this. You can have a static picture back here. But I actually have a YouTube video that is playing in the background here. But out of the box, you do get some basic functionality here with search function, sell, about us, and you can have your agent profile and different things that are coming in here. And I've done some editing here to the navigation to add some squeeze pages and to have a little more functionality. So this general area beyond the navigation is fairly static, but down in this area here, so this search home area, homes for sale, all the way down here through my social media is an HTML section that if you do know how to code or you know someone that does, you can edit this section. You can add a lot of different things. I've seen YouTube videos in here, contact us, and we'll show you in a little bit that there are some widgets that you can very easily put in this area. Then they have a nice little testimonial section that'll be automatically generated through testimonials that you put into the system. And then we have some IDX sections here. So, a few of your listings you can have in here. Recently just listed in your area. So these are towns that I work in. And then just reduced homes. So you can edit these if you want something different. But these are general areas that are populated onto your site. And this is my About Me section. And then if you are using the blog post feature, your latest blog posts will be posted down here. And then the areas that you cover are down here. So you can easily click on these and get a little market snapshot for that particular town and get a little bit of information on what is happening. So these are automatically generated based on the towns and areas that you tell the system that you work in. So it's a very nice, good-looking website that you get here. And like I mentioned, there is some functionality that you can change and make it look a little bit nicer. You do have your social media links here on the top, and easily people can contact you through phone or through a Contact Me page. So this is the basic website. Like I said, there's a lot you can do to it. But this is what you get with your KVCore setup. So the next thing that we want to take a look at is go back to the dashboard here. Again, you can see what's happening with people seeing properties. You can also go into here and see your most recent leads that have come in, and then see if you have tasks to make phone calls. You can use them and then get into any announcements and learning right here on the homepage. So it's a nice setup here that you can easily see what's happening and keep up on what is what your leads are doing. So I really enjoy this feature of being able to graphically see, who's looking at things and what they're looking at. And you can also see that this person here, Steve, is looking on desktop. He's looked at those one each, where Gloria is looking on a mobile. So if you're seeing someone that's looking a lot, it's a good means for you to go in and say, okay, I need to be keeping up with that particular person. So the next thing we want to take a look at is the Smart CRM. And this is where you're going to keep track of your leads, keep track of your sphere of influence, and just keep up with the leads that are in your system. So what I'm going to do here is just show you this test contact that I created. And then just quickly here, you can see what tag I have. This is a new lead. Obviously, I just put them in. They're a buyer. If you do want to rate them, that they are a 5-star lead and you want to be keeping track of them, you can do that. How many emails have been sent to this person, how many text messages, and then just some general information on this particular person. And if you do have any tasks, they'll be over here and it'll tell you when you want to be putting them or when you want to be reaching out. So as we go into this particular contact, we can get a lot of information on this person. So very easily we can see their phone number, their email address, if they're on a search alert, a campaign, a market report, or if they're on the market as a seller, you can get the listing tracking report. One nice way of being able to categorize people is using hashtags. So you can very easily add hashtags of new buyer, of seller, of past clients, of whatever that you find appropriate to keep track of that person. You can have multiple on here, and you can actually use them to trigger a campaign or to trigger a search alert. So they're a very powerful means of categorizing people and then setting up following steps. So very briefly here, if I did want to add a campaign for this person, I can very easily click it and then choose a campaign that I want to send. So campaigns are emails and texts and or tasks for the agent that you can have set up. And I'll show you briefly how they work in a minute. But you can very easily add a campaign for someone here. And then you can also add a search alert. A search alert is just sending people information on houses that they're interested in. You can send single properties, co-ops, condos, whatever's appropriate. And what is nice here is that you can actually add multiple options. So if you have someone that's looking at a single family or a condo, you can put that in, and it's very easy to set up this email alert and have this sent out, and you can even have it sent to yourself. So there's lots of options in here to set up those alerts, but that's a little more detailed for this particular overview here. The other thing is we have here is market reports, and this is based on a community or a zip code. So if you have someone that maybe might be wanting to buy or sell in the future, you can set them up with a monthly market report, or actually you can send them even more frequently than that. You can set them every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, or every month, and they can keep up on what's happening in their particular neighborhood. So it's a nice thing to do for people that might be selling or might be buying in the future, and just to keep them up to date on what's happening. But then you can also see any notes that you've set. So this is just a test, it's a custom note that I had set, and you can even pin this to the top so it's always right up at the top. Then you can easily go through and see what's been sent to them, any correspondence that you've had with this person, hashtags have been added or removed, and then different things that have started. So it's a nice thing, and even we have a validation. I guess someone actually uses this email address, but they will run validation and see if they can find more information on this particular lead for you. So it's very easy to keep up with people. You can very easily send them a text message, an email, add a note, and then there are other options that you have here as well. So if you do want to find them in different places, you can certainly do that. The other nice thing with the Smart CRM is you can send mass emails and mass text messages. So if I wanted to send out a mass text message to, say, someone who has the hashtag open house, which is one of the things that I use to categorize, I can see that there are 96 people that have that hashtag. So I can go up here, click to add all of them, and then send, say, a mass text. And I can send this out, this one text to all the people, and even use a canned response, that we have templates in here. So it's very easy to send out either one-to-one emails or text, or even send out mass emails and text right from here. And you can use these hashtags to do that. There are other filters that you can use as well to see who's a new lead, active lead. There's lots of options in here to find specific people to send a specific message to. Or if you just want to keep up with your, say, open house leads, you can do that. The next thing that I wanted to show is the marketing autopilot. And this is a means of keeping up with people that are in your system. So like I mentioned before, there are smart campaigns that you can create. The first thing that you would do is create the template. So that would be the specific email or text message. So you would create your template here. And there are some templates that are already put in here. So you have email, text, call, task, and webhook. So you can create these, and then as you create them, you can add them together into a campaign. So if you wanted to send one particular text message today, another one tomorrow, an email in a week, you'd be able to set that up. And the nice thing is you're also able to set these up based on a particular hashtag. So this particular campaign, when someone is associated with the FB social agent hashtag, they will automatically start getting this particular campaign. So all I would have to do is just hashtag that person, or as they come into the system, hashtag that person, and they will automatically start getting this campaign. And you can easily see here, these are the items that are in this campaign. We have emails, text messages, going to the age and the contact, and you can specify all of this if you want it in minutes, days, all the way up to over a year. You can set these up. So the campaigns are fairly easy to set up. They do have base campaigns that you can use or you can edit. So if you don't want to recreate the wheel, you can start and use what they have in here. So this is the smart campaigns. You also have the search alerts, which I showed you in the individual setup, but you can also set up specific search alerts. So if someone gets the hashtag open house, they're going to get a particular search alert. So I can set this up. They're getting open houses in my county, condos and single family, and they're going to get them daily. So if I hashtag anyone with that hashtag, they're able to get that particular search alert. So it's a very nice, easy way. Again, if you have someone on a you can once set someone up on a campaign and or an alert, you can do that simply with a hashtag. They also have behavioral automation. So if someone completes a specific task, say they see 3 properties, or they look at a property or they save a property, it can automatically send out a particular text message so you can keep up with those people as they're looking at properties. They also have a dialer. Many other systems have these. You're able to have a list of people that you'd like to call and be able to use them right in here in the dialer. And then you can also schedule mass emails. So if you have a new listing coming out and you want to have that sent out, say on Friday, you can set that up and send that to a particular group of people. And also we have the lead validation that I said that will find more information on that particular person so that you can keep up with that person in other avenues. You can find them on social media and other places. So the next thing here is the lead engine. And this is where you can create your leads. So landing pages, they have a number of different templates that you can use. They're very simple to create. All you need to do is just click on an area and start typing. So you can put in all sorts of different information here, and basically what this is looking to do is to get someone's contact information. So you're offering something here. You're offering a free weekly list of buys, a lead magnet, something in here that you want to offer to people in exchange for their email. So they have all sorts of different templates in here. You can add a video into these if you like. We don't need to listen to that. But there are different ones in here that, if you want to use these, you can create these very easily. So the other part of this here, other main thing to generate leads is a squeeze page. And the general idea of a squeeze page, mostly the way I use them, is multi-property. So if you wanted to offer up an open house list, you'd be able to set the criteria in here, and people can go to this page and see all of, say, the open houses in a particular area. Just listed, fixer-uppers. There's lots of different options that if you wanted to create them. So I've created them for $500,000 homes in Bergen County, houses with a pool, foreclosures, open houses. There are a lot of different options here, and I've actually used some of these on my navigation. So let's just look at this one. So as you create this page, you'll see that there are 912 results, and this automatically updates as new properties come in. So people can easily come in here and see all of the condos that are available in my area. So these are very, very diverse. You can do a lot of different things with these. You can do it for one particular property, so if you have a listing that you want to promote, and you can also use these for home valuations. And somewhat recently, you can create market reports. So you can create these for areas, cities, communities, whatever breakdown you can put in there. You can create these squeeze pages. So we'll just go back here. You can also use this to import all of your leads that you have saved from a previous system. So you'll just have to put them into a CSV file, and they make it fairly easy. They have a guided method of doing this, and they have a video that tells you exactly how to do it. They'll even do it for you, but they have a tutorial on how to actually import all of your leads and hashtag them and sort them appropriately. You also have the opportunity to use call capture. So if you wanted to put, open a sign rider on your properties, and you wanted to have something that they can request information, you can use these on Craigslist. You can use these in a lot of different places to generate leads. So you can set a particular custom code, and that custom code will give them a particular information. So if you say we looked at number 400, you can put in here, whatever message, whatever you want to deliver to these people for what they're looking for. So again, there's lots of versatility there. You can use them on side riders. You can use them on your business cards. You can use them in advertising. There are a lot of things that you can do with that. And then you can also use the lead Dropbox if you wanted to be pulling in leads from, say, Zillow. If you wanted to use this with Zapier, if you wanted to have, import people through email. There's lots of different ways that you can use the system to pull your leads in so they're automatically into your KVCore system. So the next thing we want to take a look at is the Web and IDX. And this is where you're able to add other information onto your site. So right from here, you can add your testimonials, which is what end up on the homepage. You can add your service areas, which becomes the areas on the bottom of your page. So these are the service areas that I've set up. So you control them right in here. So I have 97 of them. You can have as many as what's appropriate in your area. And you can also set up custom pages. And they could be area information, they could be information on yourself, whatever other custom pages you wanted to put in here. You also have the opportunity to blog. So you can set those blog posts, and again, those end up, they end up in here, and they actually end up in the emails that get sent out with new listings. So you can create blogs, and you can also use the widget function for your homepage. So if you wanted to have, they have all these different options here that you can put different information on your homepage. So if you want to have it just listed, featured, default properties, financing, all different things that you can have put right onto the home page of your site with the widgets. And then if we go back here to the website manager, you can now, I mentioned that in the home page there is the HTML section, and if you know what you're doing, you can go into the site editor and you can actually edit the code and what is on your site here. So you can make any changes that you like to this section if you want. Again, you should have knowledge of HTML and how that works before you get into anything like that, because if you don't know what you're doing, it's not going to look right. And then in here, you can change the template. You can work on your navigation, the listing carousels on the bottom of the page. You can even add in Google Analytics and keep track of things. So in here, you have the options to make a lot of adjustments, how you see fit. Next on the list here is the marketplace. And this is where you can purchase add-ons to your program. So if you want to get your own smart number, say, if you have a team, there's an add-on for teams. The Property Boost is a means of advertising your listings on Facebook. It might be on Google as well, I'm not sure. But there are different things in here that you can add on, and these do have a cost. But you can add these into your site if that's something that you're looking for. And even there are programs and people that will customize that HTML section and do some work for you if you don't want to do it for yourself. So that's the marketplace. And then lastly here we have the business analytics. And this is where you can keep up with your business. So you can see what's happening in your system, see the amount of people that you have in here. And keep track of different analytic points. They are making changes to this, so there's a lot more that's going to be coming out, so you can keep track of really what's happening in your business. And then what's also nice down in the bottom, you also have a learning portal that will teach you a lot about how to use this system. Obviously, this is just a high overview of the system, but it is there are a lot more training that you can get from the system. You also get an app with KVCore, which is available on iPhone and Android. So very easily we can go in here and see our activity and see what's happening, just like we did on the dashboard. And we can also get in here and see our inbox and see what's come in, look at our contacts, get into the actual info on that contact. You can look at their profile. You can look at tasks that are scheduled, and you can also, keep up to date with these contacts on your phone. So you can set up your search alerts here, just as you did on desktop. So you can easily add these on the fly. You can also go in and add a campaign. So just clicking in here and typing in one of our campaigns, we're able to add one of those. You're also able to look at listings, so get the details on a particular listing and look at the pictures that are available for that home. And you're also able to get into the dialer and actually make calls and do that for a specific group and look at your tasks. So thanks again for taking a look at KVCore with me. This really is a robust system, and I can only get through the main points of this system today. In future videos, I'll dive a little bit deeper on how to use this in your business and how to actually set up a lot of this. But if you do have any questions, leave me a comment. If you want to keep up with any more information like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel, as I do a lot of lead generation and technology things on this channel. So I hope you enjoyed the information. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. But again, it's Ryan Gibbons, eXp Realty with the Gibbons team. Hope you have a great day.